That was good, y'all. I just want to take time out, man. I want to give my thoughts on the Halle Bailey and the DDG situation. Getting news of their breakup, I ain't gonna lie, I was surprised and also not surprised. But I want to have this conversation from a man's perspective that, you know, from an entertainment perspective, from a man's perspective. And again, I can't give a woman's perspective. I'm not a woman, but I still want to, of course, speak from a woman's perspective. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I feel messed up about this whole look. Not so much for DDG, but for Halle Bailey, man. I'll say this: I remember following her and her sister Chloe when they were kids on YouTube trying to sing. Beyonce picking them up, them doing their thing as far as making a few songs, trying to get on Beyonce's label. And then I remember when they mentioned that she would be casted for Little Mermaid, and that was like 5 years before they started making it. So I was very excited, man. I'm like, dang, this girl's turning up, man. That's what's up. Now DDG, like people are saying, I actually don't know DDG's history, man. I'm not a big, watch other people's YouTube. I'm not a, Kai Sanat and the guys I did mess with RDC World. I do mess with RDC World heavy because they're from Texas, but I wasn't big on the other YouTubers that were out there. And they say he was a big YouTuber. I remember he was in a boxing match. I think was that him? It could have been him. It could have been somebody else, a celebrity boxing match. But either way, I heard he was messing with Ruby Rose, but this was even after the fact. But I heard he was with Ruby Rose. He dropped Ruby Rose and went to Halle Bailey. Now, the look to me wasn't a good look for Halle. Again, she's a brand. She's just a brand. When you have toys inside Walmart of your face, you're on movies, Disney movies as a Disney princess. You are a Disney princess. Not too many young black girls could say they're a Disney princess. I think you might have a couple that could say, hey, I'm sorry, yeah. You might have a couple that could say that they voiced a Disney princess, but you don't have too many that could say that they are a Disney princess. So with that being said, for him to have that rumor with Ruby Rose, I think about a year or so ago, while I think Halle Bailey was pregnant at the time, she denied all claims that, he was texting Ruby Rose. And she was like, yeah, your dude was texting me. And she took the upper road and just said, I'm not even going to entertain it. She ended up having her baby. Most people who are famous don't even post their baby until they probably get a check or go to a magazine like Vogue or something and say, hey, here's my baby. And they get a check for doing it. Most celebrities do not post their baby. And Halle Bailey was the same thing. She didn't want to talk about her pregnancy, let alone post the baby. So you didn't even know when she had the baby. So to see that DDG took the opportunity to not only show the baby, but be happy, again, as a father should, be with the baby, playing with the baby. And I don't know the baby's name, but just being a father, playing in the bed, talking to the baby, is very cute stuff, very cute stuff. But for not even a year in, he already announced their breakup. And mind you, she don't announce it, but he announces it. And now you left this girl as a baby mama. You left her as a baby mama. A Disney princess. And I looked at it, man, because I have a daughter, and I'm like, how does it look to my daughter, who probably looks up to this girl as a princess, a Disney princess, looking at her relationship with another popular YouTuber who technically isn't at her level, but, he's in the world, to say, oh, I want their relationship, this is my daughter, like, DDG, Halle Bailey, I want that relationship. But to find out that she's pregnant, I know my daughter probably doesn't want that. Then to see that she's not married, I know my daughter probably doesn't want that. And to hear that he broke up with her and now she's a baby mama and he could go off and do whatever he wants to do and it's going to be up to Halle Bailey to raise their child, because I know DDG probably won't have the funds to raise the child like that. I mean, I'm not saying he's broke or nothing, he's far from it, but there's a different level when it comes to you being at the level of a Disney princess and even talking about let's make a Little Mermaid 2 or hey, come to Disneyland and do this and make appearances here and there overseas. It's a different level, man. So I feel messed up that DDG made a Disney princess that little girls would look up to as a baby mom. And I really hate it because it's in our community, you know what I'm saying? I hate it, it's the black community, to where what I feel technically in the white community or any other community, that a guy would have probably married Halle Bailey. Even if it didn't work out, they would have stuck it through, and then maybe years later after They would even live. They would have lived secret lives, but still been married, possibly in any other community. They would have just said maybe 7 years later, "Hey, we couldn't work it out. We're going to get a divorce." But in the black community, no. It seems like the black men will cheat on you if they got a little liquor in their system and they're drunk. And you're 7 months pregnant. They'll play with the baby in your face and put it on the internet as you didn't want to do. They'll do everything that they want to do. They're the man, so they feel like they need to prove that they're the man in the relationship, even though you make more money than them. So we try to, stand on business or whatever. And then we also stand on business and we'll leave you, man. This is the black community era. This is what J. Cole said, sad story, black American dad story. I hate it. I hate it. For him to dip and then make a public apology, or not apology, but a statement saying that, hey, we're still best of friends. He's doing that for her image. He's only doing that, even if they argued and yelled, he's only doing that because he's trying to save her image because he knows he's wrong. But now he's going on this tour around the world talking about how they broke up. He's going at Joe Budden's head. He's going back and forth with people, different YouTubers or just content creators talking about, you just a baby mama and just going wild. I'm like, why are you bringing so much light to the situation where Halle Bailey's not saying nothing? She is quiet. She ain't saying nothing. And you out here just making a mockery of this whole situation by even talking about it, man. It is sickening, man. Just from a black male's perspective, it is sickening. From entertainment's perspective, it's bad for business. No one wants to see a Disney princess as a baby mama. You don't see Belle or any other. What's the girl the girl who played in Harry Potter? I think she played as Beauty and the Beast. And the girl who played in Aladdin as Jasmine, I don't forgot her name, but whoever played that. What other movies are there? Whatever movies. Name a movie that's live action, and I'm sure you're not gonna hear about the girl, the princess, being out here just looking like trifling. It's just trifling, man. So, man, I hate the scenario. I hate to have heard that it happened. It really messed with my head and messed with my headspace as far as what we are as a people, what we are as a culture. And I pray for Halle Bailey. I hate that she got into it, man. They've been saying like, hey, bro, she never wanted you in the first place. I can see that. They always say it's always DDG looks like he's a guy who is not from the hood but always wanted to be in the hood, or always wanted to be from the hood. And that's the kind of guy who would go after a girl like Ruby Rose. That's not the kind of guy that would go after a girl like Halle Bailey because she's not from the hood, so therefore that's too close to your world to try to make it work. So it looked like he was never supposed to be there in the first place. It seemed like he never liked to be there in the first place. He was forcing it. Not saying I hate, and y'all don't crucify me for this, but this looks like more of a story for Chloe Bailey. Like, seriously, like Chloe Bailey, you dodged a bullet. She ain't got no babies. She out here with Desmond Idris, or whatever his name is, from Snowfall, getting knocked down on a show, butt and naked. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening with her, and you would think she's the one who's got a baby on the way, but no, it's the Disney princess. It's Ariel. It's the voice, and she is now considered a baby mama, man, thanks to DDG. So crazy. Again, I don't like it. I hate to see it. I just had to comment on it. I had to get my take on it, and I know a lot more is going to come out. He's trying to go at Joe Budden, and he's going to prove Joe Budden right as far as him going on a tour, going bad on Halle Bailey, or not going bad on her, but talking about the situation. People are going to not know who you are based on the way you're moving. They're not gonna know you are. They're only gonna put you towards Halle Bailey, and it's crazy because when you go down Halle Bailey's page, you don't see DDG. Now people know that she has a baby, but you don't see the baby's father, and that's again just a sad, sad story for us as black people. That's our outcome most of the time. That we don't have a situation strong enough to where we could say, yes, we stuck it through. We got married, even if we didn't like each other. We still did this for the children. So yeah, again, it makes me upset. I don't think God should just easily run or just worry about, I'll just pay child support and call it a day. No, you put a baby in that girl, man. Stay there, make it right. Whatever you got to do to make it right. Hide whatever. And I know she's willing to hide whatever, go through it with you as long as it's private, not public. But hell, you made everything public now. So everything is, you talk about whenever you took a crap. So it is what it is, man. But prayers out to Halle Bailey, man. Prayers out to their child. And again, prayers out to DDG, man. I hope he figures it out. I really do hope they get back together, man. I hope they work it out. And this was just a crazy stint, man. But we gonna see, man. But with that being said, man, y'all make sure y'all do the thing, man. I just want to touch base with that, touch base with y'all on that, man. And yeah, it's just my thoughts, man. It's just my thoughts. So hit that like button. Make sure you comment. Let's chop it up. Let's go back and forth. Let's have a dialogue about it. I want to hear from the women, what the women think should have happened. What are y'all thoughts on DDG? What are y'all thoughts on Halle Bailey as a baby mama? Let me know your thoughts, because I want to have the conversation. So hit that like button, man. Hit that notification bell. Let you know whenever something else is coming up. Make sure you subscribe and share. All right, y'all.